Alright guys, welcome back to, I always forget to change the round number until I say that little opener. But round 3 action of tonight's standard event. Come in! Come in! Hey bud!
What's up? We got 2 A's at the beginning.
We do! We got,
Better than Pro Tour Counter.
yes, we see, Scotty go down to 6.
Oh, God.
My name is Zachary Evans. I'm joined tonight by Ian Sang. And special guest appearance by Jordan Peyo.
Heyo.
Doubling up on Asian heritage. So double the mystical magic of the eastern lands. So on the right, we've got Scotty Wright mulliganing down to 5. He's on Mono Swamp Control. It's very similar to the Conley Woods deck played at Pro Tour Dragon's Maze. It is a lot of swamps. It is Crypt Gas. It is Gristlebrands. It is removal.
How bad does this hand have to be for him to mull down to 5? It has to be really bad.
It has to be like no lands.
Yeah. Like,
And
I'm
he's
pretty
probably
sure
playing like 25 or 26.
Is it the exact list that Conley?
No, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of
Well,
that.
he has a blood crypt out, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
What are you on, man?
I just got done with like 3 commander games, so
And at one time.
it was a good time.
So, and his opponent in this round 1 matchup is Nick Reid, who's playing a Bant Flash deck. It's basically the Flash shell that you're used to, as we see Syncopate, Augur of Bullets, but most importantly, he is playing Advent of the Worm. The breakout card, I think, from one of the breakout cards from Dragon's Maze, from a set that really has not a lot of impact cards in it. You've got Eighth Filling, you've got Turn and Burn, you have
I think he has
Advent of the Worm.
a good number for such a small set, though. I mean, it is like a 166 card set.
I don't know. I think you're wrong, but I don't know anything.
Well, they had to take up they made sure they had so many slots dedicated to mana fixing for draft that I don't know what they could have done.
4 clue stones in each pack.
Oh man. So here's what's happened. We've seen Augur Bolus come down. I did not see what it revealed, but a Scotty Sign in Blood targeting himself, and then he had his Vampire Nighthawk syncopated, or as Adam Vickers would say, syncopated. So Nick, full grip here, multiple Azorius Charms in hand. He's on the Augur of Bolus beatdown plan currently. Here's what's very tough about this Bant Flash deck. He can leave Rewind up, he can leave Angel up, he can leave Advent of the Worm up, and you can't play around all of them. You have to kind of pick your poison and go with it. He's got Sphinx's Revelation in his hand. As Scotty finds his 5th land, a Cavern of Souls, naming, I don't know, Demon? Is it Gristlebrand a Demon?
Depends.
What are the creatures?
I mean,
you could name
either
Nighthawk.
Crypt Ghast or Demon.
What is Ghast? Is it a
Spirit, probably.
spirit?
I know it's not a zombie. I think it's a spirit.
I don't know what it is. You can pull up one binder, but they're all Japanese. So.
Like I was saying earlier, shop regular Dave Snow is playing Bant Flash, so as we all know, that is the correct choice then. That's my favorite joke, is what the right deck is whatever deck Dave Snow is playing. And I also like to say that everyone else is competing for second place with Dave Snow. The man has pro points. He's qualified for the Pro Tour.
Why is he here then?
I once watched the Pro Tour on my computer, so
So it's like the same thing as having pro points, right?
yeah, it's basically, and based on my value system, probably I would say.
I think if I played Moto, I would eventually get to that point, but there's too much time and
Is there
money.
a commander format in the Pro Tour? Because I could definitely, I'd like to edge in on that.
Pro Tour Commander.
Liliana.
Well, when we were gone, we saw Liliana come down. It did resolve, ticked up to 4, but an end-of-turn Restoration Angel knocking it down to 1, keeping it honest. Here comes another discard. Mutilate for Scotty and Supreme Verdict for Nick, so both players binning their sweepers. End of turn, we're going to flash back a Think Twice.
So would Liliana be the first thing you slide out against the flash deck?
No, I keep it.
Really?
Why would you
It
slide it out?
It attacks their hand, which is pretty good. So Murder, I was going to say, there's no way this Murder resolves. Nick has drawn way too many cards here. So Murder countered by Rewind. Now we see the beauty of Rewind in this Flash deck, as you can do whatever you want.
You can almost hardcast a Gristlebrand. He just needs one more land, and he's got it.
The deck does that. Rakdos return for 5.
course.
No, I mean, we know it's not going to resolve, but you just have to, I mean...
You have to try. Like,
yeah.
Either he basically wins from Rakdos Return, or it gets countered.
Yeah.
Like
Rakdos Return in that situation says discard target counterspell, and you're perfectly fine with that, because it's not like he's under a ton of pressure. And, I cannot stop coughing tonight. This is a bonus tidbit for you guys today. So tapping 6 for Grave Titan?
Sire.
If this resolves...
Which is equally
What
good.
if it's uncounterable if you made a demon? Because I think that's a demon too, right?
Yes, it's a demon.
So...
Read that one. Simic Charm, bouncing it. And then play a Sphinx's Revelation for 2. Postponing the inevitable.
That's almost...
With the Cavernous Souls on Demon, it's coming down next turn. There's nothing that Nick can do. He can only prepare for the inevitable. Unless Scotty somehow draws another land and decides he wants to cast Crystal Brand hard.
I would not. I would much rather just cast Sire.
Well, ironically, Sire of Insanity and Crystal Brand are a Nombo, as you can draw all the cards you want, but you'll have to discard them all.
Yeah, but...
What? I mean, what?
Pump fake.
That is a pump fake. We've already had one pump fake on camera tonight. There it is again. And then end of turn, Nick is just going to empty his hand of all his business. So he's going to have 6 power flyers here is what's relevant because the worm will just trade with the Sire. It's a 6/4, right?
Yeah.
And get in 1 damage to boot. You just pile in here and just trade out, right?
Actually kind of sucks. For Scott. Not for Nick.
Because Nick
he had an insane play last turn.
Nick gets to keep his hand, so... Azorius Charm to draw a card that I will now discard. And Scotty is just dead, right?
Yep.
I heard him say, "Oh yeah, I'm dead." Yeah. Sometimes even the good players miss the obvious one. As Nick and his Bant Flash deck get there against the mono removal deck of Scotty Wright.
That Sire of Insanity is good stuff.
It's a good card. You know what else is good? Having a surprise visit from Adam Vickers. Wearing his Ruben Studdard shirt. Later, Jordan. Well, let's take this opportunity. Did you draw that round or something?
My opponent didn't show.
Oh. Well.
Brian Gross?
Yeah.
Oh, did he just have to leave or something?
We have no clue.
Well, he was here, and so, I mean...
Yeah, he was here. He just didn't,
Take wins any way you can get them, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's hard.
I'd really like to play my deck to see how I do,
It's hard out there for a pimp. That's what I'm
One of the pre-releases, he was here, he got his stuff, and he was like, well, I have to go to work, so he left.
Maybe that's the same
I got a
thing.
free
Well, I don't think he works a 9 to 5, so I'm pretty sure he's not going anywhere at 8:30, but he may have just been frustrated with his first 2. Regardless of what the situation. You know what?
We have Magic to watch.
You know what's not frustrating? This. When I want to play a set of rock, paper, scissors cards, they're awesome. You can start your games with them like a boss.
I don't know, that guy looks pretty frustrated.
Well, Cliff Markham made this for me a million years ago, and it's got a lot of fonts on it. It's very vibrant.
As long as it doesn't have Comic Sans, I'm perfectly fine with
No
that.
Comic Sans, it gets your attention. That's what it's designed for. It's excellent peacocking. But anyway, just go over to our Facebook page at facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic and look for the giveaway post that I made last round. Like, comment, and share it. And as long as you like our Facebook page, you'll be eligible for next week's drawing. It also shows up on my Twitter feed at Zach Sells Magic on Twitter, I should say. And follow me on Twitter and retweet that. 4 separate ways to enter. You've got until FNM next week, when it starts, to enter. And then next Saturday I'll make a drawing for this week's giveaway. I need this week's giveaway, and then next week I think I might have to take a break because I don't know. I think I'm running low on product. I want to talk about
Our favorite scissors? Mm-hmm. But you've driven the price up on those cards.
I'm not. I don't know if I have or not, but the price has gone up since I started doing this. Now, more than going up, they have become very hard to find. Like I'm not kidding. When I started doing this, Troll and Toad had over 200 of all 3 of them. If you look on there right now, they're sold out of 2 of them, and they have like 20 of the other one. and the price has like gone up from like 15 cents to like 50.
I've been thinking about buying them out of Chandler's.
Just buying all Chandler, the card from Homeland, just for
Giving them to
irony.
Chandler, yeah.
Chandler Bing.
No, my roommate Chandler.
Oh, your roommate Chandler. That was funny. If you had given him to Matthew Perry, it would have been pretty funny.
Just throw them all at him. Be like, you don't know me. Pocket Chandler.
See how long it takes before you are arrested.
Yeah, I don't think Scotty Wright's playing Mono Black Control.
He's playing Mono Swamp Control.
It's not all black, but it is.
Mike Flores is a deck like that. You know how
Except
much
for
I like
Dragon Skulls, I guess.
You do
Mike
like
Flores.
Mike Flores. I'm really upset here with this camera thing. I don't know what's going on. I tell myself, well, I can work on it during the week. No.
No, that's not going to
I'm
happen.
not going to set up any of this crap until I come back next
Sit
Friday.
at home and be like, all right, I think I got this.
I must have
Have your wife be like, come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stream. Here's a funny. This is a funny joke. I've told people my goal is to at least do this for 1 year. August 31st is when we started, so I want to do it through August, and then we can reevaluate if it's worth the time, energy, and whatnot. But I'd like to get down a year just as a personal accomplishment. But and I've told myself that when we get to that point, I'd like to do like this massive quiz on the Facebook page with like trivia from like the stream, but only like people who have watched the stream, like dedicated fans would know. And this is an interesting one. The very first thing I ever streamed with my equipment, do you know what it was?
Cube Draft.
My dog.
Oh.
Because I was just setting it up at the house, like just like. I mean,
Did anybody watch that?
I called my dad and said, "Hey, go to this website," because I wanted to see if it was working.
Yeah.
And like my wife was out of town and she was somewhere where she wouldn't have computer access. I remember, and I just called my dad. And he was like at his office. And he's like, "Go here and see that. Do you see anything? Hold on, it's loading." Oh yeah, I see Robot. Oh, this is pretty cool.
Now, what would happen if it went to like 2 viewers? Would you just been like,
Well, the first few weeks we did this, like the very first week, I had like 2 or 4 viewers.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny because I was just like, I don't know who knows I'm doing this, other than like, I don't know. At one point, like Michael Taylor was watching because he would come here, like commentate, then he would leave for the evening, and then he would just watch when he got home.
Yeah.
So that happened, but.
we just left his computer on. I was like, yeah, I watched it.
And do you remember the time when there was a monumental time at which we went from like having like 20 viewers to like having like 100?
Yeah.
That was because I realized I could label myself as playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
It took forever for me
The
to
tags,
realize that.
right.
I've thought about
And you're
like,
always like, oh, there's some Pro Tour going on and I only have 30 viewers. And then it was like, oh man, I got 100.
No, I was more than content with having the 20 viewers. I thought that was more than we would ever have. But anyway,
36.
back to 40 actually over on mine. We got the updated number. It's 36. So we've got back to the action here. Scotty plays 2 lands and go, and Nick cycling a Thought to Cower, milling a Rewind and a land.
Playing a land.
Nick or Adam, you're 2-1 now.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you're paired against not one of these 2 guys.
I'm hoping to play against aggro.
I would like to watch your deck on camera. You are playing it's your deck, right? Homebrew.
Yeah, it's homebrew, yeah.
Vickers control, is that what we call it?
Yeah, bug.
Juggalo free control.
I think Appetite just took.
No for Fago control.
Oh, man.
Appetite just whiffed, didn't it? Oh no,
Yeah.
it took Supreme Verdict.
Okay.
Really?
I never. Appetite seems like a very bad card in this matchup. Like the only thing it hits is Angel and Advent of the Worm, and if you can't beat Angel with your
Well, it takes
alt
Supreme
control-
Verdict too, you missed that one.
Yeah, but I don't think does Nick have Supreme Verdict?
That's a pretty good
Does
top
Scotty
deck.
care about Supreme Verdict?
Shouldn't.
I don't think so.
Well, but I
I
mean
don't
he's
care
got,
about this. Well,
yeah, but Scotty has answers to Geist. He has Mutilates. He has Tribute to Hunger. He has this Nighthawk, which he can use to.
well,
Is that the old Snapcaster tell there? As Nick looks at his graveyard.
I mean, Scotty knows he has 2 Snapcasters.
Mm-hmm.
Appetite, so
So we've either got a Simic Charm here.
he knows he has the already strong.
Yeah. Not putting the.
then he'll have like what, 1 more in his hand and all of them with Snapcaster.
Yeah, he has 2 Snapcasters, right?
Yeah.
Scotty's just going to replay the Nighthawk he drew, and he misses his land. So this one might be this round might be keeping up with our trend tonight of having first feature matches that end relatively quickly. Snapcaster Azorius Charm.
And now, next turn, murder. Not murder, but mutilate. Be pretty good.
Well, he's
Or
not.
just
He
play
can't
the
draw a
top.
fresh card every turn. He's got to. It's going
Oh,
to
yeah,
happen.
that's true.
It's going to happen again here too.
It's gonna happen all the times.
All the turns. So serve in for 8 here. This guy's going to block the Geist. Oh, this time's going to get there. I thought he had another Snapcaster. Oh, he's just
He's
going to
another
replay
guy.
his
Oh, well then.
Yeah, this guy's going to scoop it up. So, we picked some real winners for you tonight. But all the matches that we had under the camera so far have been good on paper. They have just, through a series of poor draws or what turned out to be bad matchups, not gotten there. Why don't you guys have a fun time talking with the chat here? I'm going to step outside with 30 minutes left. See if I can find a match. Well, I mean, that clock might be wrong. You never know. Well, I mean, it is, of course, just
I guess
for
we'll say
entertainment purposes only.
Huh?
I guess we'll say there's another match. If there isn't, I'm probably going to head out.
Oh, man.
Are you playing tomorrow?
I think I'm going to play tomorrow. I haven't decided if I want to put $25 and just let it float out into the wind. I don't know yet.
Well, if you top 8, you get it back.
I mean, if I top 8, yeah. I mean, my deck is doing okay. I want to see
playing your
how...
Buck thing.
Yeah, I'm playing Buck. I added more creature removal. I put the Tragic Slips and 3... I went to 3 Abrupt Decays. And I'm trying to see how well it is against aggro. I took all the Planeswalkers out except for the 2 Lilianas. And... I mean, I beat Cliff Markham at state a while back, so maybe I can beat him again if he's there. But, I don't know. It's just... I'm not a huge fan of big tournaments. And I have somewhat faith in my deck. Just not a
it's
whole
pretty
lot.
solid.
It is. I whiffed on lands against Brandon last time, and that hurt me. Like, I had 20 lands in play. I played like 2 far seats, and I kept drawing land after land after land.
Do you still play clicks at him?
No, I can't because I work every Monday.
Did you give your stuff to Mickey?
Huh?
Did you give your stuff to Mickey?
No, I still have mine.
They came out with Star Trek clicks today, so
Yeah.
that's kind of neat.
They've had the Star Trek for a while. They even have like a different, I think Star Wars redid the miniatures, and the Star Trek ones seems pretty cool. I mean, you can bash the Enterprise in with Spider-Man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we got these guys on the left.
Zombies.
Yeah,
Garrett matters.
it's Redback Zombies with probably the Lord.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
It's another
the
Blood
red,
Artist. It's pretty good.
The red for removal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like your mana base is going to hurt you because you're not taxed for playing 3 colors now, which kind of sucks. I think so because I mean, I don't know. When I started playing Magic a long time ago, if you want to play 3 colors, it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
And now, if you want to play 3 colors, it's not tough whatsoever. Because if I can do a turn 3 Liliana into a turn 4 Plasma Capture, like that's dumb.
Well, here's the thing. This would be interesting to talk to you guys because you're fervently involved in the secondary market. So there's like a lot of people think that in the fall set, like a lot of people, including people in the store whose opinion I generally, I think they're educated as far as Magic goes, think that they're going to reprint fetch lands in the core set.
No.
They think that in some time, very soon, they're going to reprint the Odyssey fetch lands, which are not on the reserve list, as a way of, helping to cull costs and whatnot. In my head, I can't imagine them ever reprinting fetch lands while shock lands are still legal and standard. Wouldn't that just be the biggest nightmare ever? Like, when you just play 5-color good stuff, every deck would just be...
Yeah, I don't think they're going to reprint fetch lands in the next core set. And I really don't think they're just going to reprint fetch lands like ever, probably.
They'll reprint the Zendikar fetch lands in a Modern Masters type series in a couple years. I don't think they'll ever reprint the Odyssey fetch lands because they don't care about legacy.
I think they will the Odyssey one just because that will, I think, turn a lot of people that play Legacy a lot to just play Modern. Because I mean, a lot of it's there, and a lot of people want to like. They're what, 80 to, the blue ones are 80 to 100, aren't they? Or
Delta's at like 90 now.
yeah. So I mean, I think that they can reprint them because their names are
Their
not
secondary
specific.
market 90 now?
Deltas, yeah.
Good grief.
They're not.
I think I'm going to sell mine. I took it out of
I was
my
going to
88
say,
to
like,
the
my
Meadows.
collection
The
has,
name.
like, inadvertently gotten so expensive.
Yeah, like the name.
Like, I mean, a long time ago, I completed my set of duels and fetches
Yeah.
just so I could play every legacy deck because I'm that guy. And then, like, they just, like, without doing anything, it wasn't a speculation. They just skyrocket. We'll talk about this a little bit more, but let's get back to the game here. So these guys are on game 3, obviously tied 1-1. Garrett on Esper Control, and Casey on Grixis Zombies.
The rest a Jace.
Both on a couple of
Counter duress.
Yeah,
duress
duress on
tech
duress.
Yeah. Duress takes out a duress.
Gravecrawler, returning another Gravecrawler, as Devour Flesh had taken out the first one.
Yeah. Gravecrawler seems pretty good in this.
I mean, he should know once you devour the flesh from a zombie, you can just grow back. Just regenerate.
Well, zombies have
Our resident Vorthos, Adam Vicker. So what was the other card that Casey had in his hand? Demir Charm?
Yeah. Definitely wasn't a land.
See, he's stuck on 2 lands here. But these Gravecrawler's going to get some work
They're beating
done.
in.
And the Bloodthrower Vampire gets drawn. He's not going to play it, though. He's going to leave the Demir Charm open so that he can counter Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, and that would be good.
Yeah, but when Garrett plays that land... Well, I guess you don't want to overextend into Supreme Verdict anyway.
Well, you can't counter it.
That's a good point. And Magic is hard.
It is.
I keep losing it every time, and I'm not even involved in the games.
That's why you're behind the mic.
Garrett
instead of
milling,
under the camera.
Garrett milling himself. This game's going to be over in like 6 seconds, too. Like, every game we're going to have tonight is going to be over in like 10 seconds. Let's go out there and play Legacy for fun.
Alright, and he is think twice. Yep.
Oh.
He's thinking about...
Well, this of course, we all know is the think once.
Yeah. And I think he's pretty think twice. Oh.
He's thinking about twice.
He's thinking about it. He wishes he had a Supreme Verdict.
And Skibbe finds his red mana source. We're going to flash back think twice and pray for a Terminus. Nope.
And...
Down to 4.
Blood Artist. No.
Blood Artist would be
But he
pretty
has
good here.
what did
He has a vampire, a Bloodthrown Vampire.
Oh.
Which would be nice if he also had a Blood Artist. Because they can just
Because he would chain a lot of damage together.
Not that he needs it. So.
You know myself.
Or there's a, whatever that...
Warp Devotion.
Yeah, it's like an Agony Warp replay.
Yeah,
kinda.
with your hand.
Yeah.
And,
Apparently this is probably...
Well, he can always play for... He's trying to mill a Think Twice so that he can flash back Think Twice. Miracle Terminus.
Yeah. Living on a prayer.
Maybe unless he has a Snapcaster or something. I don't remember if he does.
I mean, Snapcaster would work, but then he could devour flesh. Save a turn.
Snapcaster, Devour Flash, block. I guess that way you would get both good clothes in the graveyard too.
Well, he's obviously not dead. And there's a Snapcaster. Targeting Devour Flash, so he takes no damage. Oh no,
Devotion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine.
So yeah. Gets both in the graveyard, lives another turn.
And then by killing both zombies, if Casey doesn't have another zombie, he can't replay him.
Yeah.
Right.
Or he's going to have to overextend. He's going to take 2 here. He's going to play a Lord, I think,
Why would he...
and then replay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's...
And remember the other ability of the Dark Ascension Zombie Lord is that it's an effective Blood Artist trigger.
Yeah. Well... Okay, and...
Why would you ever do that? Like, because now if Garrett Miracle's a Terminus, then you just blow yourself out of this game. You can Sphinx for 1,000,000, because Demir Charm does not counter that.
It's an instance.
For
I might
6?
Demir in response and maybe mess up some of it.
6.
That's a very aggressive. I don't know why Demir Charm is in this deck.
I guess removal.
Yeah, but for right now, I mean, it only gets the Snapcasters, right?
It's Terminus.
Yes.
Yeah, he takes one. So, well, hopefully Garrett drew something in the 6 that he drew.
Yeah.
Like a Terminus?
Supreme Verdict.
It has to be a Terminus.
Well, Terminus is not
Verdict,
gonna do
Verdict
good.
won't win.
I mean, Terminus, I mean,
He can
maybe duress and then Terminus.
Yeah, maybe he's duressing and then...
Figuring out what you can do.
in response, you can Demure Charm, set up your draw, set up, like you said, set up Garrett's draw. Like, if that's the card that's going to get taken with duress, you might as well do it.
Or you could just counter the duress and be like, huh.
Make it tax, yeah. Make it tax. Yeah, I guess you should, right? Make him tap. But I can't see from his hand if he had, because despite the playmats being centered, like the guys are kind of like playing at that end of the playmat. So he's going to Demure Charm his own draw. We see Gerald's Messenger, which is really strong.
Oh, God.
And then Casey's going to figure out
what the card actually does.
Skibbe doesn't know what his own cards do. So he's going to put Messenger on top and put the other two cards in the bin, right?
Yeah,
it's a blood crypt and a card I can't make out.
The black blood?
Is it a removal spell?
We'll find out. Maybe.
Oh, it's a tribute to hunger?
Oh, I just put the messenger on top because that's the right play.
Yeah, because next turn, even if Garrett somehow clears the board here, then you've got a messenger.
And
Next turn for 2, and then...
Yeah, and you basically have it, because he'd be at 1, and he...
In other words, Garrett needs 2 Terminuses.
Yeah, well, no, actually, I mean, he needs the 1, because then that would put him at 5, then in 3, yeah, he needs...
I mean, Garrett can live, but when you're at 3...
He put that's a blood scrivener and he put the blood crypt on top. Is there some I don't know what's in, I can't see what's in his hand because of where he's holding it.
Hellrider?
It's a Hellrider. Jeez.
Is it?
It seems like he had the
Yes.
Oh.
That's pretty saucy.
Hellrider.
Okay.
Is that another messenger? I think there's a Dross messenger. I think there's a bunch of Dross messenger. They're all the Dross messengers that are at the hand. There's like 2 messengers.
Hey, bud.
It's standing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Casey might have this because he had all the Dross.
Well, I thought Garrett could dig his way out of it before I saw that he had Hellrider in his deck. Now keeping the blood crypt makes a ton of sense.
Yes.
Because Garrett has to like Terminus here, or like let Casey play the Hellrider, then try to Miracle a Terminus.
Snapcaster. Revelation?
Had he milled a Terminus?
I guess so.
I did not see when he milled it. Yeah.
Alright.
And now Hellrider and then Garrett's at 1, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
And...
Living on a prayer.
I mean, if he has another Revelation...
Yeah, I mean, if he has another Snapcast.
Surely he has a way of killing one Hellrider. Like, Hellrider, for as good as it is very fragile after it's got in with its
but I think
attack.
Casey had a messenger in his hand.
Well, Garrett has another...
He has 2 Bloodthrow Vampires.
I thought it was a messenger.
No.
Huh.
If it is, I think he would just show it to him. There's a Diagraph Ghoul and 2 Bloodthrow Vampires.
Oh yeah, it is that. Never mind. At the angle, it looked like a... Like the face kind of looked like the...
So Garrett's going to think once.
Draw land.
Draw Glacial Fortress. I'd be glad when those Buddy Lands go away. I'm just tired of them printing them
I know, but I mean, they're so good though. I mean, like...
They're not good.
He just thought like 4 times.
What's going to be bad with it? Like, what do you think should replace them?
I don't think... Well, I'm going back to...
that's why people were saying defense lands are going to be reprinted, but they're not going to do the Buddy Land.
Like you were saying, I kind of long for a day, like when I first started playing Magic, which was you could play 2-color decks and then hope for 3 colors.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why there has to be, like, unlimited fixing in every
Because you really don't need to think about your mana bases now. It's like, oh, I'll just put all these in here.
I think in a sense right now it would still make sense just because we have Ravnica block still in.
Yeah,
but after this block goes away.
Yeah, well, just
I think
to
once
clarify
this block is away that they would do the fetches again.
I just want to clarify that play there. D-Sphere from Garrett in response to the trigger. Casey sacked his own
Bloodthrower Vampire.
Bloodthrower Vampire.
Okay.
Let me see another, what is that called, Diagraph Captain?
Yeah.
And Garrett's milling himself in the turn.
And there is...
That's wouldn't you try and draw?
Maybe that was during his, maybe he did draw and we just missed it because he was moving
What did he do?
There was just a bag of goldfish on the screen there for a second.
Oh, damn.
That was a cool bit.
To be quite honest with you, I'm going to step outside and see if I can track down some goldfish.
Track down somebody else in game 2.
I don't. We might not be able to.
This is at 15 minutes left. I think everyone's either on game 3.
It might be tough to find.
Unless you've got some Bant
I'll go.
or something.
I'll go check. I mean, we can try and... I mean, sometimes 3 games have happened.